decidedly a lot better. Alright, so let's see how it's going. I'm deleting those other ones. They were very not good. Because, Lord knows, Nightcry is not going to be bringing the people in. Okay, hello person. It's good to see you. Okay, don't know why it said my stream was offline, because it's currently online. Don't know what they're talking about. Hello, other person. Let's keep going.
This is the tale thus far. In the Foundry, a powerful guardian. Its heart corrupted, its purpose thwarted. Only life can drive back such sorrow. Adard was lost, and darkness came upon the horsemen.
Alright. Let us continue. Last time we defeated the Guardian, we also went through the Shattered Forge. Got a Splinter Bone back. So I think we're actually going to try doing a quest. Oh, I lost a person. Dang it. Let's check our quests. I did that wrong. Alright. Toggle quests. Find and kill Baethir. Ah, okay. Her construct gone mad. We can find Orin. Who wants to see Gorn killed, and who wants to see Orin put back together? Because Gorn might prove a little bit challenging. Or I could just come back. Vote now, I guess. And yes, I did put my microphone back on the boom arm because it's a little bit less messy. At least, like, for my PS4. For my computer, for some reason, it's really weird with how it doesn't like my microphone. Oh, I also have that chapter of the Book of the Dead I can sell to Volgrim. There's also a page I can get back. We'll get back, I can just get it now. Because now I've got the death grip. Oh, I lost another person. Dang it. I'm not doing so good. Alright, let's head on in. So for those who were not here earlier, I was playing Nightcry. I can get the things here too. Hang on just a few seconds. Alright, there we are. I'll take that and this, thank you. Alright, so let's go talk to Holgrim. Okay.
Come closer. See what Volgrim has to offer. Fresh merchandise.
Alright, take this. Oh, good. He's not being a smarmy little dick about it. Let's get a gilded box.
An X.
Yeesh. Okay, so as this whole series goes on, you'll notice something. When I say series, I mean franchise. As the franchise went on, some stuff happened, like Volgrim got progressively sillier. Like, in Darksiders 3, he's pretty silly. That's not saying anything bad. I mean, he's entertaining, he's fun. It's just like in the first one, he was kind of mysterious and a little bit dangerous. Still a bit silly, but definitely a little bit more serious. Like when War showed him the heart of Tiamat, prior to allowing him to use the serpent holes. It looked like he wanted to grab this, and who knows what he could have done with that sort of power. And that's kind of scary. But, like in this one, he's a little bit more passive. Still there, still a little bit like, I'm going to get you. At least a little bit. I can be dangerous when I want. In Darksiders 3, he's a lot sillier. Like schmoozing up to Fury a bit. Like, kind of enticing her to go fight in the Crucible. Because he would stand to gain from it. Like, Daddy needs a new pair of soul elixirs. It's like, never ever call yourself that ever again and we'll have a deal. Gross. Okay, well let's come in here now. Get off that weird topic. And why am I going to the Nook? That's because it's on the way to the Death Tomb. It's a place where I can get, like, new items that I'll need. Debatably. Oh wait, there's a thing. Fine, fine. I'll get rid of this. Alright, it's dead. Okay, wrong way. Should be around here somewhere. I know it is. Ooh, there it is. There it is. And it didn't hurt me. Good. A new page. Yeah, scour every area that you're in because You'll find some goodies if you look hard enough. Alright, so I'm not even gonna bother with these guys. Lord knows I'm not in the mood. But let's just go on, shall we? Hello! Good to see you. How are you tonight? Oh yeah, I do have a Twitch channel. Thank you for stopping by, it means a lot. Really enjoy your Twitter, man. I love the music that plays in here, it's really nice. Alright, open up. But yeah, play these games a lot. Because I think they're very fun. This is probably my favorite, even though I do have a soft spot for the first one.
I cannot.
I mean, I kind of played the first one over and over. Because I had it on Switch first. There was just like one point in the summer where I did basically nothing other than play the first game. Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad to have you. Why don't I feed this possessed buckler a bit? This, that, yes. It's just so I can pick some more things up. Alright. Alright, so let's get picking some more stuff up. Whether or not I wear it is another thing entirely. I'm sorry. I just haven't really done that. Besides, I've got some possessed weapons that I can feed. I'm a bit of a kleptomaniac, I'm sorry. Alright, Blade Master. Cool. Belongs to Wicked K. Nice. What is certainly true is the talisman's power, Blade Master. I don't recall Wicked K using a blade. Does he? Holy crap. Have I not paid attention? I thought he would just beat you upside the head with a cane. Sorry I freaked you out. Yeah, he is. Like, he just pops out of nowhere and is just like, hello. It's like, hello, old chap, let's engage in fisticuffs. And he's just so out of place. But he's a fun character. Agreed. Alright, so I can spend some skill points. Hooray. Alright, so... do I do the one where I put Orin back together, or should I just go on to the Dead Plains? Because Orin and Gorn both take a long time. Plus, like, it's a lot higher if I'm not at a good level. A lot higher. What? It's a lot more difficult if I'm not at a very high level. Okay, let's just teleport out of here. Weeping Crag. Yes. Plus, like, I fought him in Genesis. I don't remember him having the sword. Because, yeah, I went and got all the Trickster keys, unlocked Trickster Vaults, because why not? I think I'll just go. I'll come back. Okay, loading, there we go. Alright, let's go on. Let's go meet Big Bro Absalom. Get some more story. While there are people here. Alright, on we go. Whee! It's just because, like, the last thing I was doing was, Nightcry, which was a bad idea. Because it did not go well. Like, the game was very unpolished, bad, and kind of boring. So I figured why not just go over to a game that has a lot of polish and is quite good. Well, there is stuff to look at once we get into the Dead Plains that I think is really interesting. Oh no, that's fine. It's not great. I've played it a lot just because, like, I know how to get around in it. I've actually played this one the least, just because I don't really like going to the ending because it makes me sad. But yeah, I'll agree, it's definitely a weak point in the series. 3 is. 1 and 2 are great. 3 is not as good. It's got a lot of problems, and Genesis is a lot better, I think. Yeah. I would stand by that, except I'd put 2 a bit above the first one, just because I like to explore. Ew. Oh no. I've seen enough. I've seen enough of the internet to know where this is going. Oh goodness.
And so you have come, bearing your sin like a badge of honor. What do you seek, Pale Rider?
Ew.
Return of mankind. To a barren planet shorn of life. Oh, humans are weak and simple. They would not survive this resurrection, nor do they deserve it.
That is not ours to judge. I do this to spare war from the Council's punishment.
And what of the Nephilim? Would you save but one and not the rest?
The Nephilim are a threat to the balance.
If we had taken Eden, none of this would have happened. Yet you rode against us. Slaughtered our flesh, then bound our souls in your amulet.
Who are you?
I think you know. Once, you called me brother.
Absalom.
I have forsaken that name. Now, I am corruption. The day you raised your scythe against us, I was born, and soon I will be all. The tree of life has fallen to my darkness, from withered root to fruitless limb, and even death himself will not escape it.
Okay. How was he supposed to know that? You forsook that name. You haven't talked in eons.
What defines a soul? Some call it the spark within that fights the darkness, that burns for life itself. But what of death, who became the Reaper on the day he slaughtered the Nephilim? He killed his brother, his comrades, and Absalom.
Death! Why do you slay your own?
The Nephilim have no claim to Eden.
There are realms for angels and demons. Why not for us?
Eden belongs to man.
It belongs to those who take it!
The eons have not answered the question. Was it worth it?
Brother.
That one moment. Begot corruption. And crowned him Kinslayer. The bitter victory could not be undone.
Ah, the Pale Rider. Isn't it odd that so many have come here by your hand? And yet you so rarely visit the Dead Kingdom.
I had no plan to visit this wretched place. I sought the Tree of Life, I found it. Now I'm here.
The tree is no destination, my friend. Only a portal to other worlds. If the tree is what you seek, then you have arrived.
That I have been betrayed.
Not so hasty. The tree is wise beyond imagining. If it brought you here, then here is where you belong. Perhaps I can
Wise
help.
for a tree.
I doubt it.
You would be wise to heed me. I have a merchant's skill to grant your deepest desire. Tell me, Rider, what do you seek?
I would redeem my brother, restore the balance.
Yay.
Yes, I have heard the tale. Your brother rode, though no call was given, and mankind paid the price.
Guard your tongue, merchant.
I give no judgment, friend. Only pass on that which I have been told. You were right to seek the tree, but it is only the gateway. What you seek is the well of souls.
Tree of life, tree of death, portals to other worlds. I know none of this. How is it I have remained so blind, or does your tongue only spit lies?
Much was kept from the Nephilim, and from the Four.
Why?
Because power must be tempered with ignorance.
Okay.
If the Nephilim knew the true nature of the tree, all would have perished.
Yeah,
I
it's
forsook
the Nephilim.
Became a warrior for the balance, even killed my own people. I protect these worlds, you and the tree, yet still I remain in the dark.
Forsaken, yes. Forgotten? No. The Nephilim live on in you. But what do I know? I am but a simple merchant.
Okay, I know I'm being stupid, but when I heard that, for some reason I've been on a Disney kick. So I just immediately thought of that song, He Lives in You, from the second Lion King movie that I watched a lot when I was a kid. So if I started, like, humming or singing that, and, like, right there, I probably would have been told to shut up immediately, if not cut, like, cleaved in half or something. And again, I might have been a little too shy to say anything. I don't know, I'd just be told to stop being annoying. Alright.
If I wish to return to the Forge Land.
The Tree of Life has many portals, Rider. Some may help you retrace your path. Many portals are closed, but the ones to the Forge Lands remains open.
Alright, so, let's ask about the Well of Souls, because that seems
The
pertinent.
Well of Souls can restore humanity.
And more. The well channels the dead into this kingdom from every world, above and below. It is also how souls are brought back into creation when they are ready to be reborn.
Wait, wasn't Azrael's duty to guard the Well of Souls, if I remember correctly, from the Abomination Vault? Or at least, I think it was said in the first game that he was meant to guard the Well of Souls, and that the Destroyer was using that to fuel him. So, like, to fuel himself, so that's why he had Straga, like, capture Azrael. Like, in the art book, it's even it's written from Azrael's perspective. It talks about how he was, like, overtaken by that, and it was honestly a little heartbreaking to read.
You still haven't said what you are.
The history of my people was burned to ash along with our world. Forgotten even by those who destroyed them. Now, only the smoke remains. We were not the first, nor will we be the last. It is the way of things.
The way of things is balance.
And what balances life?
Death?
Nothingness. Or corruption. Eventually, it consumes us all.
I would have said
So it
death
would
is the
seem.
opposite.
None of this explains what you're doing here.
I am merely a humble merchant with a taste for the finer things. In life and in death. I am Ostagoth, and it would amuse me to offer you my wares.
Okay, let's trade him some
Browse
stuff.
to your heart's content.
I thought I was selling for a second. Whoops. Yeah, because I don't need all of those. I'm just gonna... Yeah, just pick things up. I'm sorry. Yeah, Ostagoth is a pretty good friend, I suppose. He is quite helpful. Especially when things get rough. Yeah, whereas Volgrim is incredibly sketchy. Oh, you beat me to it. Yeah, it's kind of scary how, like, I talked about this briefly. In the first game, when it's like when he asks to see Tiamat's heart, and he looks like he's gonna snatch it from War, and then looks kind of upset when War is just like, nope, you said looking. It's just, it kind of scares me, because what could happen if he got a hold of that sort of power? That's frightening. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. It's also strange how it seems like they've made him, like, progressively sillier.
Pretend that I believe you. Where should my search begin?
You must scale the Serpent's Peak and summon the Eternal Throne. There the Lord of Bones slumbers.
Yeah.
He will guide you to the well, or he will have your soul. Before you go, horseman, consider this.
Okay.
My people may be lost, but their relics yet remain. You may come across them in your travels. They are worthless to most, but valuable to me. Return them, and I will trade relic for coin.
Basically, I'm sending you on another fetch quest. Because most of the merchants here do have fetch quests. At least the main ones, like Volgrim and Ostrogoth. But yeah, Volgrim has way too many connections. It's kind of like he is a bigger character, and I wonder what kind of role he'll play in a newer game if one does come out. I hope it does. I hope we do get to see Strife in his own sort of game. Because I'd like to know what was happening. And depending upon how far you were in... Yeah, I'm not sure Aaron Boy. But I don't know how far you are in the third game, so I'm not going to spoil anything. But here's something interesting. If you know about Strife's voice actor, Chris Alex, I think I'm saying his name correctly. If I'm not, please do correct me. Apparently he's going to be in a horror game very soon. Yeah, I don't want that to happen again. I mean, I joined in like 2018 because a friend got me into it. I saw that the first game was available on Switch, and since I had one, I'm like, oh cool, it's only $20. So I picked it up, and I immediately was just like, I love this franchise. Got the other two for reasonable prices on PlayStation, and the rest is just history. I got Genesis when it first came out on PC. Okay, so I won't tell you. But, yeah, Strife's VA is going to be in a horror game called Dark Deception. He's playing two characters, he's playing a pig and also a rabbit called Lucky. The pig's a pretty different voice, but Lucky sounds like a much younger and a lot more sadistic Strife. And honestly, that's a pretty cool angle. To the point where I actually used that as inspiration during the Darksiders themed Inktober that was started by the Imagine Darksiders blog on Tumblr. There was a prompt for one day called Corruption. And so it's like everybody had done, like, someone had done Death, another person had done War, another person had done Fury. So Strife was the only one left, and I decided to go with that, with one of the lines available for that character immediately. Yeah, I was just...
Lock, there is a key.
Like, no impulse control. I just got it. And I chose not to play it for a long time. Because, like, I just didn't have the time. I was busy with work. Plus, it was almost Christmas. It actually came out on my best friend's birthday. I'd even bought the Nephilim edition of the Switch port, and I sent it back because I needed money. Oh yeah, there are some parts that I'm not happy with. Yeah, the platforming, ugh. Some of the co-op stuff is not as fun as it could be. Like, some stuff is a lot more difficult than it should be. Okay. Yep. Oh. Crud, I didn't mean to do that. I actually have the, like, I actually have the medallion that came with that one. I just bought the medallion separately. And I'd sometimes wear it under, like, I'd sometimes, like, wear it. Yeah. All I wanted was the necklace. Because I love wearing necklaces. I actually bought that one, like, separate, used on, like, eBay for about maybe, $30. Yeah, definitely. 'Cause War's my boy, I love him so much. But he is a pain in the ass to draw. It's like the asymmetry as well as just like... is very, very detailed. But like, Death is surprisingly hard to draw. It's mostly just like getting the proportions right for his face. It's really odd. Like, War is difficult because of all of the pieces of his armor. Death is just hard because, like, the mask and everything else is not easy. So I have to get back to practicing that. Yeah. I think I did a pretty good job. It took like, I don't know, an hour or so. Just doing pencil drawing in my sketchbook. Where like, I must have drawn and erased his like, his right pauldron maybe 5 times. 5, 10, somewhere around there. Way too many. So I thought it was like this scary demon face, and then... no. It's just one that has a weird, like, ooh, sort of expression. It's just a strange look. I'm just like, you know what? I'm done with this. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. So yeah, I have the Steam version. I'm currently actually streaming that one with one of my friends. No, not fun. It's also like, I have drawn him in a t-shirt before. It's not as easy. Because it looks bizarre without the armor. Mm-hmm. I think it might be due to the fact that Joe Mad was a comic artist before he did anything else. Because it's very comic book inspired, that first game. Like, some of the scene transitions feel like they're straight out of a comic book, and that's really cool. Yeah. That is true. Gimme. Thank you. Alright, let's go down, down, and down, down. Like I always do my best. Yeah, I'll pick it up, we'll sell it later. What? Hello? You just came out of the catacomb, lol. Fun fact, I've actually visited the catacombs before. I was 9. That is not an exaggeration. Yeah, it was kind of spooky, but like, wasn't that bad. It's the point where like maybe I should have held off until I was a bit older, but yeah, wasn't that bad. Oh no. Yeah. It's not. Like, I generally play on easier because, like, I kinda suck. So, I just like to play them for fun. However, I have actually, surprisingly, even though I don't like it as much, I'm only 2 trophies away from having the platinum on Darksiders 3. I just need to beat it on like apocalyptic difficulty and the game will be 100% complete. Honestly, it feels like it just wasn't as good. They could have done so much better for Fury's game. Hi, Okami! So, Honorable Writer, this is the person I am playing Genesis with. This is my partner. Yeah, you made it to a stream you weren't in. And I'm always happy to have you. But glad you missed the earlier one because that one wasn't good. By my own admission, it's not good. Because I was trying Nightcry and it didn't go well. It's like, hey, let's make another Clock Tower game. But let's set it on a boat. And have it be very unpolished and really weird. Hello. Soul Arbiter's Maze. I actually do have all of the directions on the Soul Arbiter's Maze written out in a sketchbook, so... Alright, let's turn you around. They look like Death's Reaper form. Yeah. I don't know, I have a certain affection for corn mazes. Mostly just because I grew up in Tennessee. I do like haunted corn mazes, those are fun. Because I'm the spooky child. I say child, but I'm 24. Yeah, no joking. I was the spooky kid. And, I don't know, haunted corn mazes were fun. Other than that, yeah, no, mazes, they suck. They're not that bad when they're like, you know, not ridiculous. But I mean, the reward at the end of the Soul Arbiter's maze is pretty good. Kinda worth it in my opinion. Yes. Sweeping camera. At least it doesn't do Dutch angles. Cause, Dutch angles, they make me sick. Yeah. The ending just makes me sad. Like, I haven't even completed Breath of the Wild just because, like, I don't know, I get lost. Plus, like, I'm on the last, thing. Huh. I noticed it stutters a little bit on PC for me. It's kind of weird. Plus, I could not get it to work on, like, streaming on my PC. This is the point where I'm taking my PS4 with me when I go back to school. Because I want to keep this going. And I haven't been able to get my capture card to work, so... gonna have to work on that. Especially if I want to bring some other games that have some really weird DRM policies. Well, not DRM, it's just like streaming things. Like some games I've played won't allow me to stream or record past a certain point because of spoilers. Which sucks because I only use controller. Oh right, I forgot to do the thing. Whoop. And press it in. Oof. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Plus I'm only using a laptop at this point. If I can get a better graphics card and maybe an SSD for the desktop somebody gave me, maybe I'd consider it. I love that sound. I love the pushing cut sound. It sounds so nice. Alrighty, let's get going. I hope I don't ruin my voice tonight, because I gotta go to work tomorrow. This may be one of the last few streams I get to do before I have to go back. Then I'll be coming at you live from a new location. Oh wait, no, I need to turn around. Or do I? I do. I do need to turn around. Oh, yeah. I get that. I'd probably go for like an older model that's still pretty good. Or Artesian Builds has a thing where they can build you a computer for specifically the purposes that you want. I'm not trying to advertise for them. Yep. Okami, you missed like the song joke that I had earlier. When Ostagoth says that the Nephilim live in death, it's just like immediate Disney kid flashbacks to The Lion King 2, which I watched too much. Seriously, the tape I have is warped because I watched it too much. Yeah, I'd be super annoying. Yeah, true. I did actually ruin a few because there was like a tiny TV that we would put in somebody's room when they were sick that had a built-in VHS. And I tried using it a lot later, and it actually ripped up the tape for Pinocchio. Which sucks, because I like Pinocchio. And it didn't deserve to be ripped up. However, I am looking forward to the Guillermo del Toro version. That's going to be stop motion. And apparently a lot closer to the novel by Carlo Collodi, which was pretty dark. If you haven't read it, holy shit. I think I actually had it read to me when I was in first grade. I don't remember. But I do have confidence that it will be better than the one put out by Phoenix Games. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up on YouTube. It's horrible. But it's really funny. It's like it's so bad it's good. Like it's awful. Watch it immediately. As soon as I'm done. I've also watched their Cinderella one. It's so terrible. I don't know if it was done by Dingo Pictures, but I think it was a company similar to that. Pinocchio. The one put out by Phoenix Games. I thought someone was knocking on my door for a sec. Whew. Oh my gosh. I forgot they were impaled all the way through their backs. Oh my god, that's terrible. So this is the place for a horse? This is the place for a horse, is it? Apparently, yes. This is some pretty cool music, I'm not gonna deny that. And he stuck the landing. It's bad for his ankles. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's a company called, yeah. There's a company called Phoenix Games / Midas Interactive. They were a company that specialized in putting out budget titles. They were only games in the sense that they came, like, packaged as, like, mini-games. Yes, Death the Gymnast. Ultimate Gymnast Death. Super flexible. I'm gonna regret saying that. So what they would do was, like, put a whole bunch of mini games onto, like, a PlayStation 1 or 2 disc with a movie, typically one by a studio called Dingo Pictures. And with a name like Dingo, you probably think they came out of Australia, but no, they are based in Germany. And they're basically mockbusters of bigger animated movies that were coming out at the time they were made. I don't think they ever did Beauty and the Beast, but I know they did Lion King, which they called Lion and the King. They did Hunchback of Notre Dame, which was surprisingly closer to the book. They did Countryside Bears when Country Bears was coming out. They did a lot of things. There are lots of people who have had a look at them on YouTube who are very funny. They are awful. But they're so funny to look at. Because they're that terrible. I don't know why I do this to myself. Why do I look at these things? It can't be good for my sanity. Ooh. Nice one, Death. Younger me who was in gymnastics would have been super jealous. I currently am super jealous. Okay, no, no. That was weird. Right. And gently down. Down we go. It's interesting that he makes so little noise. Alright, here we go. Down we go. Alright, so should we enter the arena tonight? It's getting a bit late. Oh, you haven't made it to this part, have you? No, they're not really pirates. They're, like, King's Guards. Let's talk to this guy.
What did the Chancellor send you? Well, horseman. I've beaten death once, and I can do it again.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course not. you still reek of hope. You couldn't have met the Chancellor.
Who's this?
Chancellor doesn't sound like much.
For ages, his tongue has dripped venom into the dead king's ears. He all but sits upon the eternal throne, demanding service!
So he's like Wormtongue in Lord of the Rings.
Who are you?
I am the Master of Blades, in all that remains of the warrior once called Draven, and the kingdom of man. I should have passed through the well of souls long ago. But I won my freedom in the arena, only to fall beneath the dead king's whip.
Interesting. But yeah, I think that them naming him Draven is kind of a reference to the Crow. Because the protagonist in the first Crow movie was Eric Draven. Funnily enough, Michael Wincott, who plays Death, was the bad guy top dollar in that movie. He's also followed around by a crow, can't summon crows, and has like crow-themed armor and sides later. So it's all very funny. At least to me it is. Excuse me.
May you feast upon the blood of your enemies.
Gross. So should we enter the arena tonight? I feel like it's getting on a bit. But I feel like we could probably talk to the Chancellor and at least get to the arena. I won't enter tonight. Maybe Sunday. This is probably going to be the last stream in a while, so hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Have enjoyed this, excuse me. Hello.
No one disturbs the Lord of Bones without say of his Chancellor.
Okay, bring him to me.
A rider? In the kingdom of the dead? No, no, this will never do. I must speak with the Lord of Bones.
Oh, that is not possible. My lord attends his realm, a burden beyond even your ken, horseman.
And what is your use as a doorstop?
There is but one way to draw him from his slumber. The Gilded Arena.
Ooh,
Here
fun.
mortals are offered a last chance to earn freedom from the grave. A boon that includes an audience with the king.
Oh,
Defeat the arena's champion and return here with its skull. His Majesty will grant you an audience.
And where is this arena?
Fret not, horseman. We have already arrived.
oh, good. Thank you. Right, I'm here to speak to the
Let
king.
me speak to the Lord of Bones, and I will spare your champion. And perhaps you as well, Chancellor.
You cannot slay that which is already dead. But you're welcome to try. In the arena.
Forget what I said about sparing you, doorkeeper.
Oh, I've lost everybody. I'm sorry.
Tell me about the king of the dead.
His reign is eternal. His word is law. And his time is invaluable. I ensure that he need only speak with those who are worthy.
Then you must rarely see him, Chancellor.
Oh, no.
So for you, bitch.
What does Echidna have to do with your kingdom? Last I heard, she had one of her own.
The Shadow Realm, Isalik, yes. Where the Sisters Sightless spin their webs. Many of my lord's foes escaped there when his rule was still young. We hunted them down. Echidna herself barely escaped. Perhaps she took shelter here. and yet weaves her evil.
Your king is not the first to rule here, is he, Chancellor?
There was another, a creature called Argul, too mad to be kept upon the throne. I helped my lord be rid of him, and even destroyed a few of his servants. Tisk,
Ow.
tisk. What will my lord do without me?
Dude.
Take care in the arena, horseman. Should anything happen to you, I'm not sure if I could live with myself.
Don't you patronize me. But, like, how could he have killed any of them? He looks like a string bean. Alrighty. Well, I guess that'll be enough for tonight. So anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. Please remember to drink plenty of water, wash your hands. Please wear a face covering in public if you have not yet been vaccinated. Please go do that. Be kind to yourselves and to others, and I will see you next time. Yeah, hard eye roll. Alright. Goodbye!